Behind the Scam, the show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. Howdy, I'm Brian Brushwood, and this week we have a huge announcement, which I'm going to spoil for you right now. This Wednesday on Scam School, I'm going to announce that I'm releasing, quite possibly, the best magic trick I've ever created, and I do not say that lightly. This is legitimately the smartest thing I've ever put together. It's my book test. And a lot of you guys have seen it before, but for those of you who haven't, here's some other performances of the book test. Check it out.
If I asked you to think of a word right up here on stage, there's actually only about 100 words you're most likely to come up with. To help you be as totally fair as possible, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a freer choice. I, right here in Austin, Texas, grabbed 3 books everybody's heard of, if not actually read. So we'll try a little experiment. I got Stephen King's The Shining, if you like scary books. Some people like mysteries, so I got the Da Vinci Code. Have you read the Da Vinci Code?
I've read 2 of these books.
Awesome, and I bet I know which one.
I bet you know which ones I've read.
That's right, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
I've never read a Harry Potter book.
Really? But you've seen the movies. You know.
I haven't.
Right. Which of these 3 books?
I've seen the porn version.
What is the porn?
I believe it's like Harry Pecker in the Chamber of Secretions or something. I don't know.
Which of these 3 books do you want to use for our little experiment?
We'll go with the one that I actually read.
The Da Vinci Code. Now I am going to give you the chance once and only once to change your mind and go with either of the other 2 books. Do you want to change your mind? Are you absolutely sure? Because this is the only chance you get. Because tonight when you go to bed, I want you to be like, that goddamn magician did give me another chance. This is your only chance. All right. Do me a favor, riffle through those pages, stop on any page you want out of the entire book. Let me know once you found a page you like, but don't say which one it is. You got one?
Yeah.
Awesome. Now I want you to let your eyes dance up and down that page till they land on a big, fat, interesting $3 word. Not a character name or a chapter heading. Those are too easy to figure out. I want an interesting word. You got one?
Yeah.
Excellent. Remember that word, close the book. Now what we've done is about the fairest way to pick a word. This way we have hundreds of thousands of words. You picked a book, you picked a page, you picked a word. You picked one. I'm going to try to figure it out. And to help me out, I want you to think of the first letter in the word.
Okay.
And I want you to think of an animal that begins with the same letter as that word.
Got it.
You got one?
Yes.
It's like a 4-legged animal?
Yes, it has 4 legs.
That's all right. Focus on that animal. Project it over here. Good. Got it? Got it?
Yeah.
For the first time, Daisy, what 4-legged animal are you thinking of?
Cat.
A cat?
Correctly.
Oh, yeah.
A fox. Correctly. Predicted.
A goose.
A goose. Correctly. Predicted. No, it's not about the animal. It's about the word. I'm gonna take a stab, see if I can salvage something out of that. I think I've got enough to go on right now.
There's no way he's gonna get it, right? He's not gonna get it, is he?
You know,
I don't know if you're gonna get it.
All right, I'm totally committed. No way for me to change my mind.
Okay.
What word are you thinking of?
Flabbergasted.
And that's the exact word that piped into my mind as well.
Candlelight. Shut up! How do you do that? How do you do that?
Grandfatherly. Oh my God! How do you do that?
It's wizardry. It's enchantment.
On your show, Scam School, you tell people how you do the tricks.
Yeah.
Will you tell me how you did that trick?
No.
Come on, man.
Well, I mean, you can
I
eventually...
got you this gig at Revision 3, remember?
Yeah, you did.
I did.
And the best part is, that's only one of 3 different effects that you could do with these books. And the whole thing started 6 years ago. I became obsessed with figuring out what would the ultimate book test look like. And the things that occurred to me is they would be books that everybody knows. They would be multiple bestsellers that they could pick from. They would have a truly free choice. They would be able to examine the book and make sure it really is the book before they started. They would be able to pick any word in any part of the book, and almost instantly, the magician would be able to figure out exactly what their word is. And I went through a lot of different ideas, and what I came up with was a diabolical process that is extremely tedious and extremely money intensive. It's very expensive, but it uses the actual books with some diabolical changes to make possible what I honestly think is the best version of the book test ever, full stop, in the world at this moment. And I've kept it to myself because I did it to satisfy my own curiosity. It took 2 full months of my time to get the first prototype made. It took another year before I was able to get it up to 3 different books. And at this point, no lie, only 12 mentalists in the entire world have these books and are doing this book test, and they've all paid over $1,250 or $1,500. As a matter of fact, Richard Garriott, the astronaut friend of mine, He bought 2 because he's Richard freaking Garriott. And when you have $1 bajillion and go to space, you could afford to buy 2 of the book tests. But here's the funny part. I did not plan to release this book test so soon. I was going to keep it to myself for a few more years and eventually get around to releasing it to the masses. But then I found out that in Random House's warehouse, there only existed 600 remaining copies of the 1990 printing, hardcover printing of The Shining, which is what I had designed it around, and in the world, full stop. So I maxed out my credit card in order to buy out all of their remaining stock, which, no lie, right now downstairs is in my garage. So here's the thing. I can, in my lifetime, physically only make 500 sets of these books. That is all that will ever be made. This is extremely limited edition, and I will release them at that same price of $400 per book. If you know anything about book tests, there are other book tests that are similar that cost about the same. This one's a billion times better than those, as I think many of you guys will agree. So a full set would be $1,200, but here's what I want to do. On Wednesday, when you have the episode and you watch me talk about the book test, and then we show it on there, and then I'm going to announce that you could go to Scam Stuff, where pre-orders are now available. We plan to have them all done by April 12th for the true believers, the faithful out there. But we are going to do a huge, huge pre-order discount of 50% off, $199 for each of the books. You can get a full set for $600. This is the cheapest you could ever possibly get this, because no more are going to be made after this. It's going to be a one of a kind. These are going to be collector's items, and everyone's going to fall in love with them. So, but that's only for the first 100 people who sign up for the pre-order. After that, the next 100 goes to $250, then it goes to $300, $350, and then it's at retail. And this is only for the pre-sales event. Once it comes out, the books are $400 a piece. It is $1,200 for a set, and that's how it always will be. But this is my way of thanking you guys for being here from the beginning. And because if we do get enough on the pre-orders, then I can have all these assembled in such a way where I don't have to do much of it myself. I could pay somebody else to do it, is the exciting thing. So anyway, just wanted to give you a heads up on that. This thing's coming up. It's going to be really huge. I will say this. I did contact all the folks who supported the Scam Stuff Indiegogo campaign, and I gave them the link in advance. So we are already getting pre-sales. We've already, I'm not going to say how many, but some of that first 100 are already going. So be ready for that event on Wednesday. Second of all, I will say that there's a good chance that earlier in the day on Wednesday, maybe even Tuesday night, I might leak out and open it up a little bit early, but I need you to follow my Twitter. That's twitter.com/Schwood, facebook.com/Schwood, and google.com/plus Schwood. You guys, I am so, I don't know if you I probably can't even tell. Like, my heart is racing thinking about this release. It is the best trick I've ever made. It's super, super easy to do. I did all the hard work by inventing the diabolical method, and you guys are going to get to reap all of the rewards. But I didn't want to hit you all at once with it. It's a lot of money. Just take some time, think about it. Think about it for a while, not think about it for a while, go back to thinking about it for a while, but realize that that Wednesday is going to be the gold rush, and it's, again, first come, first serve, that 100. I love you guys. We'll be back with more questions and answer, more behind the scam later on, but for now, I have to go to a wedding on the West Coast, so bye. That's like I'm just going to walk. Bye, I'm going to a wedding. I'm going to one take this mother. It's Behind the Scam, the show dedicated to social engineering at the so close. I'm assuming you're doing the I'm melting. Sorry, edit this stuff out. Scrap all that. Let me say it again. Wow. Have different man, I'm making this hard for you, Brent. Remember when I said that it was gonna be one take as a lie? I was wrong.